Good early afternoon, 1:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Sunday, August 20th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So I wanted to further elaborate on the XRP price analysis, and I want to go... Very nice. Dream Cruise happening not too far down the road, and it's always very nice around here this time of the year. But right now, XRP, everybody keeps asking me, what's my opinion? What do I think the percentages are, bullish or bearish? Right now, because of where we sit, if the weekly was to close right now, we still got many hours, closes in about 6 hours and 45 minutes in the weekly. But as of right now, there's about, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I'm not a financial advisor. With everything that's happening, I would say there's about a 54% chance that we come down to 37.5 cents. That is only because of where we sit. The overall optics of this, though, that feels like that would be more of a misleading, it's 54%, so the likelihood is we have to come down farther. Well, there's a few reasons I say it's 54% right now. One, we got rejected here at the falling wedge support, now resistance. Two, we got rejected at the ascending triangle breakout attempt, first try. Three, we got rejected at the weekly 20-day support on our first attempt. And now we have a long leg doji that showed up in the 4-hour time frame. There's 2 hours and 43 minutes. This can change, but this means that the pattern was losing steam up there, and we might be reversing here for a little more consolidation. Well, if you ask me, where's the weekly support that we're going to have to hold, or the daily? Well, the weekly we don't need to worry about right now. That's at 51 cents. The daily, however, the 200 days at 524. So we are looking to hold 524. Actually, I think it's a little bit higher. Well, I will say 524 because it runs it down just a little bit. So we're looking to hold 524. That's the 200-day daily support. If that fails, we technically need to break past here to invalidate the structure. So we've got room to work here still. We did break up over this structure, which is a good start. Very good start that we broke 537. We fall back within it, and you can see in the 4-hourly now that it's becoming a little bearish. But that just might mean that we're going to revisit the 525 in the next candle, or during this candle. It doesn't mean we have to dump all the way down. It just means we know the 526 below. So let's say we end, maybe that's a little bit higher than a long leg doji. You know, it looks like a long leg doji, but it's got a little more top end pressure where it's almost a dragonfly. That's a tough one. That might actually be... Let me know in the comments. Either way, it's going to depend on this next candle to show what we're looking at here. It almost hints that we could have a bearish start to it, retest, maybe come through it on a fake out, and retest the daily support, because I'm trying to find the area where it would make sense. And that's the 200-day. And we can see that is firmly locked in there, so we need to come down to about 524, 526 area if we want to come back down, since we did have the first break up here. Now we might want to hold it again in the 4-hourly. And we'll know. We'll know what happens on the next candle. Now, if we get a bullish start to the next candle, what we're looking for, so that we can work this more like a dragonfly instead of a long leg doji, which would be more neutral. Hopefully, maybe we could have a little more top end pressure. And this maybe is... You know, maybe it's a disguised move here, and it's more of a dragonfly here. Either event, it's going to rely on this next 4-hour candle. So if we get a bullish candle here, it's a great sign. Otherwise, we might have to come down for a little liquidity here. But that's not a problem. It doesn't look terrible right now. We've come back within a zone where we needed to. We're trying to hold the 2-hour support. So yeah, see that 526 to me is supported. We want to come down and retest that 200-day. I mean the 20-day and the 2-hour. That's the coming out of a very short time frame into a more sustainable time frame that we're having a short-term reversal being confirmed. So 526, it's pointing to that area. So it would behoove us, like I like to say, when it was coming up here, I said it would behoove us not to retest this area. Now if we're going to try to hold, we have to test this area. We have to retest 526. It lines up perfectly with the daily support and the daily time frame and the 20-day or the 200-day. It's a perfect move. It almost is speaking to us right now that that's the move. So pay attention to that. So like I said, there's a 54% chance where we're at that we would come down and revisit the 2020 uptrend. But that is deceiving, because with all the indicators that are popping, the golden cross that hasn't been invalidated and all this other stuff, we would need to break 49 cents and hold, and then ultimately come down and lose the 435. I just don't think there's going to be a lot of strength at 435 if we come back through. That's just my opinion. So now we look at the all-time chart, and that would simply, all this would mean is we got rejected up here at the 543 level, approximately at the pattern formation, where we had the double top, right? We had the downtrending resistance starting, not a double top, but we started this formation. Now it's just the third lower low, or the lower high in the shorter time frame, but it's also, we've already hit 1, 2, 3 lower highs in the higher time frame. So all this would do is tell us we're still within the formation if we got rejected here, and that we would come down here to the 2020 uptrend. We don't need to get scared. We already know where it's at. It's a beautiful parallel translation. So I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you got anything out of this, please, please, please make sure you hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel and joining the over 18,100 subscribers, as we're only 9 subscribers away now from 18,200, as we are moving extremely fast. Extremely fast. So I really appreciate it, as we've shattered our year-end goal of 17,500. Now, our out of this world target was 20,000 subscribers, which I didn't think there was a chance. Well, we've gained some steam here in the last roughly 2 months, and it's been unbelievable. So thank you all so much. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much. And don't forget to give thanks to your Lord and Savior. If we want to try to reverse this too, like we said, we got to invalidate that bearish cross here. And first step is to hold this 200-day. But it looks like to me, you know, we'll see in the weekly, but are they setting up a quick liquidity flush down to about that 37.5 cents? That is what we're watching for. Because as we know, the last 2 times when we had a weekly golden cross, as this is the 3rd time in its history, the first 2 times we dropped at least 60%. That 60% is at the 2020 uptrend. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm just showing the lineup here. We don't need to come down there, as we already dropped about 54% from the swing high to low. But I'm just saying, if we follow the same transition, we have to be cautiously optimistic. And for every reason I've given you, I value it at about a 54% chance to come to 37.5 cents. But I put a lot of weight into that 46% that we don't have to go back down there. But it all starts with, first of all, as we know, breaking this structure here. And first level would be to hold the ascending triangle breakout at 545 would be beautiful on the weekly. Get back into the falling wedge would be even better at 552. But most importantly on the weekly, if we can hold the 20-day right around we're trying to get the exact number, 551. So if we hold right around 55 cents, if we hold 55 cents or better, that would be extreme sign of strength. 545 would get it done. Anything under 526, we're very bearish to come back down and possibly retest 37 cents, and that's because you'd be below the 200-day and the daily. A lot of information. Watch this twice. If you appreciate my work and the fact there's no paid promotion, paid advertisements, or paid sponsorships of any kind, I don't charge you for anything. There's no paywalls. Join Tom's Army and pay it forward.